right, Noah, I will just interrupt you for a bit. I understand the Secretary General of the Jubilee Party is just giving a press. I will be coming back to you, so stay put. Let's just listen into what Tuju has to say.
A voter is on the line by 5 o'clock, they should be allowed to vote. We don't close at 5 if there are still people online. I think that's very important because we've got a lot of questions regarding that because of starting late in certain areas. The election board has also decided that on Tuesday and Wednesday, we will start the voting process at 7 o'clock and not at 6 o'clock. And that's because we found out that waiting for so many agents of aspirants and so forth, a lot of them are getting late. And we need a critical number to be at the station before you start. And also just to give our officials a little bit of time, even if it's just 1 hour, to organize themselves. We also wish to clarify that no candidate has been disqualified anywhere in the country. There are some fake news doing the rounds in the social media bearing my signature and bearing the signature of the chairman of the National Elections Board that we have disqualified any candidate. And we just wish to say that it's not true. That's propaganda. I think Kenyans are very creative in making propaganda, and this I especially want to refer to Eldama Ravine constituency. No candidate has been disqualified. We have some extra developments with regard to specific constituencies, and I'd like to give the chance to the chairman of the elections board, Mr. Andrew Musangi, to brief you on those ones. Thank you. Andrew.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I think time for the real news. First with Kirinyaga County. We'd just like to clarify that we detected an issue in Mwea constituency, Tebere ward, where there was a shortage of ballot papers specifically for that ward. We were able to react very quickly when this information came from the ground. Extra ballot papers for up to and including the Office of Governor and the ward documents have already been flown, and in the next 1 hour these will all be on the ground and the voting process is continuing. So they are voting using the materials that were already there. The extra voting papers will be in the air and on the ground within an hour. Also relating to Kirinyaga County, Gishugu constituency, Kabere ward, the MCA ballot was printed in a format that excluded, out of I think the 19 candidates, one name got chopped off in the print, and we've managed to do a reprint including all the candidates. Now this reprint also will be in the same chopper and will be on the ground within the hour. So that voting process will continue. The ward elections, of course, were suspended given the missing name, and this anomaly has been rectified and they will be on the ground. Moving on to Sotik constituency, Kapletundo ward, there were no ballot papers for the MCA position. This was rectified this morning. A chopper was dispatched. I'm told it has arrived. The voting material is on the ground and the process is actually underway as I speak to you. In short, what we are doing is continuing to monitor this exercise for any hitches caused by human error very, very closely, and we are implementing rectification and improvement measures in real time so that nothing compromises the will or the expression of the will of the people. We are also deploying every resource available as to meet our commitment to deliver a free, fair, and credible election. Having said that, we wish to thank all the aspirants. We had their full cooperation this morning. We were receiving information from them and their agents everywhere that they detected a hitch. And I wish to thank particularly the Jubilee aspirants in these affected areas for bringing these items to our notice, for controlling the situation on the ground, and for cooperating with the party to deliver the remedial measures in good time, and we'll continue to do so. I wish to also urge our presiding officers and returning officers and remind them all to adhere strictly to the party code of conduct without exception at all. If everybody else has worked very hard to deliver a credible election and an aspirant or an RO or a PO subverts the process, this will be taken very, very sternly. Having said that, looking at the 5 counties where this process is underway today, I wish to say that we are very, very encouraged with what we've seen on the ground. We are very encouraged with the progress that's being made, and we thank all parties for holding hands together to move the Jubilee Party forward in these counties. Thank you. Sorry? Gongea Kiswahili. That is Tuju's job. No.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
We'll take a few questions if there are questions to be asked. If there are no questions, thank you very much. It's lunchtime. Okay, no questions. Okay, questions, please. No, I'll summarize. I'll summarize Swahili.
Those stations that have started late, what time are you planning to close? Because last time you said you wouldn't want it to go past the dark hours for the security and safety of the folks who are coming out to vote.
Yes. We don't want the voting to go past dark. That we want to be consistent on that one. But if somebody is already on the line, by 5 o'clock, we will not stop them from continuing to vote. Yes.
How many voters are on standby?
Well, I think that's a logistical issue. We are committing enough resources to deal with the emergencies that we are having. I don't think we're in the business of giving the numbers of the choppers that we have on standby. We have sufficient resources to deal with that. I know the spin that you'd like to give it. Yes?
The choppers are hired on an as-need basis. Yes. You don't just keep choppers in a store.
Yeah, there were 8 that time, but now we are not saying we are doing a lot on the ground to make sure that where there are issues, we are dealing with it. Yes. Yes. Come again?
Jubilee Party Secretary General Raphael Tuju, together with the chairman of the National Elections Board, Andrew Musange, giving updates on how the Jubilee Party nomination exercise is ongoing so far, some hitches that were experienced in wards in Swatik constituency as well as Mwea. They say they will be correcting it. So after getting it wrong last week, then leaving nothing to chance this week as they take a look at how that exercise, or they conduct that exercise in various counties. Remember, today Jubilee is conducting its primaries in Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, Kirinyaga, Bomet and Nandi counties. Let's now go back